morning, guys. Welcome to your morning update here at KHOU 11 News. So I know this is a pretty new idea still for a lot of you who are tuning in. The idea is we're just giving you an update of the stories that you seem to be clicking on or talking about most on our Facebook page. Think of it like I'm plopping down in the seat next to you. If you're at the office, I'm taking that chair. Or if you're at home, I'm hopping on the couch. You're asking me what the big stories are today, and I'm going to run them down for you. So we'll have an opportunity to circle back and talk about them at the end of this, but I'm going to run through these stories. Be sure to leave any comments or questions that you have in the comment section, and we will come back to those. So we're going to start with the story. It's the top story on our website right now. It's getting a lot of attention. Our KHOU Investigates team has been raising questions about whether CPS acted quickly enough to help that little 3-year-old girl that you see on the screen there who ended up dying in her mother's care. So you can hear from her grandmother who says she raised the alert about possible abuse. That whole investigation is on KHOU.com, but I want to stress that this is an investigation. We've had our lawyers go through it. It's very technical, so that's not something I can really riff on here with you. If you do want to read more, you can pop over to KHOU.com and read that story. I really encourage you to do so. The next story up, another American has died in the Dominican Republic. And so by a pretty informal count, we're talking about 9 in the past year. The latest is reported by ABC News. It's Joseph Allen. He was with some friends down there, complained about being hot, went to his room to take a shower. That didn't really help, so he laid down, and the next morning his friends went to check on him and he had passed away. So running down some of the others since June of last year, Yvette Monique Sport, David Harrison, John Corcoran, Robert Wallace, Miranda Shelp-Werner, Edward Holmes, Cynthia Day, and Layla Cox. Those, and now Joseph Allen, are the 9 people who've died in the Dominican Republic. There aren't a lot of details about what caused these deaths, especially in this most recent case. There isn't a cause yet. And the federal government is declining to comment on reports that tainted alcohol may have had something to do with it. But one of the things we've been asking you on Facebook is, are you gonna go to the DR? It's a popular vacation destination from Houston. It's a short trip. So I'm wondering, in light of these cases, have you reconsidered any vacation plans? So let us know what you think in the comments. We're moving to a local story and a warning from police about jugging. Do you guys know what jugging is? It's basically when would-be burglars kind of case you and banks before they rob you. They're looking for you to have a money bag before they hit. And a really recent case happened on May 31st in the 11,000 block of Westheimer in the West Chase area. So I want to show you some video from this because it's pretty scary. So watch, this car pulls up and the guy just sucker punches the victim, grabs the money bag. The victim like runs up, chases, bangs on the car, is trying to get his money back, and it is gone. So those guys had been following him, and this is something that police are really warning folks about. So here's what they say. Be aware. If you have a cash envelope or a bag, keep it out of sight, keep it hidden, because that's what these folks are looking for. If you can't stash it somewhere, when you're walking, look out for cars, trucks, SUVs. Maybe they're backed into parking spaces. They still have the engine running. Usually they're behind tinted windows, no front plates. They're really trying to just move fast and do this without getting caught. And you see how fast it can happen. They're just sitting there with the engine running. The guy pops out of the passenger side, grabs that money bag, and they're, look, on their way. Someone even popped the door open for them. Like, let's go. That's just absolutely terrifying. So a warning warning there, this is something that Houston police say they are seeing more of. It's an easy way for these criminals to get a lot of cash. These guys, as far as we know, have not yet been caught. We're gonna really switch gears here. Well, I guess you could do a really awkward segue from stealing to stealing, because we're talking about stealing a game, not stealing money, not stealing it violently. You get free tacos today if you want them. You can get a free Doritos, what is it, a Taco Loco. There you go, from Taco Bell. The whole deal, it runs from 2 to 6. Any Taco Bell, you can go in, get a free Doritos Taco Loco, because the Warriors stole a game in Toronto in the NBA Finals. That's what this all boils back to. Even though the Raptors won the whole thing, this is based on stealing a game on the road. So the Warriors lost, but they won you free tacos. And maybe you're going to take advantage of this to contribute to our next story, which is about dad bods. So every year, Planet Fitness, every year for the past 3, has done this survey of its users. And dad bod is getting even more popular. 71% who were surveyed say they think the physique is universally accepted. That's up from 63% in last year's study. And nearly 80% of guys with a dad bod say they're happy with their figure. Men and women both overwhelmingly say dad bod indicates that a man is comfortable in his own skin. So much so, check this out. This is a minor league team that had jerseys, dad bod jerseys made. I mean, hairy, chunky, all of it. Ladies, gentlemen, what do you think about this? I'm all about embracing your body and being comfortable in it. And if you're happy and your spouse is happy, stay happy. I don't know about all that extra hair though. That's a lot of fur on those jerseys. Lisa pointed that out earlier this morning. Back hair too, a lot going on there. So we'll come back to this. Moving on to the forecast, it's going to be partly cloudy, lots of sunshine. We're talking about temperatures in the low 90s. There could be a 20% chance of a stray shower hitting, but it's really going to warm up over the next couple of days into the weekend when we're talking about mid 90s, and you know that humidity is going to be around, so it's going to feel more like 105, right? All right, Jaime, you mic'd up?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Jaime didn't have a microphone on yesterday, so a lot of you thought I was just like talking into the abyss. No, I was talking to Jaime. It's not the same if we can't communicate. He's the guy running the show over here, punching up all the videos, and he's also watching for some of your comments. So what do we got?
Oh my God, we got quite a few comments actually.
That's good.
Obviously people, the main question is why are people still going to the Dominican Republic, with all this, news of what's happening to tourists there.
It's scary because we don't really have any firm answers about what's happening to them. There have been reports that it's tainted alcohol, and maybe you think you can avoid that, you just don't order alcohol. But a lot of folks who are going to the Dominican Republic, I know the all-inclusives there, that's kind of part of the deal, right? You just want to lay on the beach and have a nice drink. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to go for a while until this is all figured out.
Dustin says maybe people should just be going to Costa Rica instead.
That was Dustin?
Yes.
Dustin, that's an excellent idea. I hadn't ever really traveled internationally. Canada doesn't count, does it? I mean, it does, but it doesn't. I've been to Canada and Mexico. Took my kids to Costa Rica 2 summers ago as kind of an introduction to international travel. We loved it. We had a great time. There were even some scary circumstances that I got myself into. There wasn't anyone else involved. I drove up the volcano like midnight and had booked a hotel that clearly didn't exist anymore. That was on me. But we ended up at this beautiful hot springs resort. And admittedly, linking it to the reports out of the Dominican Republic, I wasn't drinking alcohol because I was with my kids, so I guess that wasn't really a fear. But very affordable, direct flights out of Houston, beautiful. You can get the beach, you can get the rainforest, you can get the volcano, whatever you want. It's all in one little compact country. I expect my payment from the Costa Rica Tourism Board anytime.
Tiffany says she's actually in the Dominican Republic right now and that she's been there 3 times.
And no issues?
No
and I think
issues.
that we're talking about 9 cases over a year. So I totally understand folks who visit all the time and haven't had any issues. But for folks who haven't, I think this raises a lot of red flags. And I think we just want an answer, right? What is causing this? What can we avoid? Easy peasy.
Another viewer asked, maybe I haven't seen this yet or not, but is this happening at the same resort or?
No, it's all different places. So here, I'll pull this up. Punta Cana. One is just says Dominican Republic, so somewhere. Another one's Punta Cana, La Romana, and Punta Cana. So same areas, but it doesn't say necessarily the same resort.
Travis says that he'll just stick to Belize, just making trips there.
I've heard Belize is beautiful. I've never been. I have a lot of girlfriends who have gone. Obviously, I need to be better friends with them so that they will take me.
And Sue says that people just need to really pay attention to their surroundings. Just be alert.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. But when you're dealing with, Caroline just posted about the dozens who got sick at a concert down there too. We don't have any confirmed reports, though, that it's alcohol related, but that seems logical. Shannon says lots of places in America to enjoy. Why go anywhere else? It's safer. Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of places that are safe. Leah says go on a cruise. Natasha has a company trip scheduled there in February 2020, and it just got canceled.
Oh,
wow. A group of 50. She says it's all about safety first. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to see.
Carla says she's going next month. It definitely doesn't seem like it's scaring people away. But I mean, it's definitely making quite a few headlines.
And I think people are being more cautious.
Yeah.
You went anywhere where these headlines were dominating, you would keep an eye out.
Yeah. I mean, I still know a lot of people who still go to Cancun after some of the issues that they've had there. So, kind of make similar headlines, we've seen over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So.
Lori's going there for 2 weeks on June 30th. And I bet you're going to have an amazing time. Just be safe. Allison asks, are Americans the only ones getting sick? They're the only ones we're really tracking. So I don't know. But we also have instances, where there was that couple from Fort Worth who passed away in Fiji. And some kind of virus, some kind of illness that they haven't updated. So you never really know when you're traveling. Actually, I would say you would never really know when you're traveling, period. Random stuff can happen to you here in the United States, too. Edgar says I look lost. It depends. I'm trying to get Facebook to show me the full comments, and it never will. It only shows them in real time, so they pop on and off so fast. So I'm trying to figure out a way around that, but it's not working. Michelle goes to Club Med in Punta Cana. Never had issues. She says these deaths seem to be taking place at the smaller private resorts rather than the larger global ones. I mean, that could be too. The larger ones are owned by giant corporations. There's probably standard operating procedure, everywhere. Maybe that makes them safer. Alejandra wants to know what's with free Taco Bell. From 2 to 6 today, you get a Doritos Loco Taco thanks to the Warriors who stole a game against Toronto. They won a game in Toronto on the road during the NBA Finals. So now you get a free taco if you want one. I will say I worked at Taco Bell in high school.
Really?
I did. I was a drive-thru girl. We did not have, this is how long ago that was. We definitely did not have Doritos Loco tacos. We had gorditas, and while I was there, they had the idea to make chalupas. So you fried the gordita shell, and everyone was like, oh my God, no, you can't do that. That's awful. No, 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 it's not gonna taste right. Chicken chalupa supreme is now my favorite. But that's how long ago. Remember when chalupas were introduced? That's when I worked there. In Sutherland, Oregon, which has a population of maybe 10,000? But I had a Taco Bell.
Someone asked here another question. Is it only Americans that are
I answered that one earlier. I think that's the only one we're tracking. American media is tracking, so I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't have that answer. I'm going to try to find that for you, though.
But that is a good question.
Naomi asked about the jugging. Let's play that. Can we play that video again?
Sure.
Jaime?
Let me just pull that up.
So this video is from an incident that happened on May 31st, and it's getting Houston police to warn folks that jugging is on the rise. So that victim, you see him hitting the car. It's going to reset here in a second, and we can show you the beginning of it. He walked out of the Chase Bank here. This is in the 11,000 block of Westheimer with a bank bag. These guys just jump out of a car that was running, grab it, hop back in the car, and then you see the victim pounding on the window trying to get it back. But Houston police are warning that this is a crime they're seeing more of. You hear that buzz? I don't know if you can. Folks are trickling in for the morning meeting, which means it is time for me to wrap up here. But I thank you so much for tuning in. I will try to answer some of your comments and questions as I pop back to my desk. We will do another update at 2:15. Until then, have a great day.